Welcome to the Reading Corner English Podcast. Hi, I'm Emily, your English podcast partner. Join me as we improve your English through engaging listening and speaking practice.
Everyone, and welcome back, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily. Hi, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here with our amazing friends today for another fun conversation.
We are so excited you are here today because we are keeping our promise from yesterday's show.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yesterday, we talked about your past weekend, and we promised today we would tackle making future plans.
That is right. Have you ever wanted to give advice, invite a friend out, or talk about rules, but the words felt stiff?
Oh, I know, right? So many people feel nervous wanting to sound polite, but they end up sounding like a strict robot.
Exactly. That happens because modal verbs are everywhere in daily English conversations, but they can feel tricky at first.
Words like can, should, must, and might are absolutely essential for making your English flow smoothly without stress.
Well, do not worry at all, because today we will break them down in a simple way with real examples and practical conversations.
You will learn how to give friendly advice, talk about exciting possibilities, and express rules without sounding harsh at all.
Yes, you will. And do not miss our practice section at the end because it will help you use modal verbs with total confidence.
You definitely want to stick around for that. So, Emily, why are little words like could and should so powerful in everyday speech?
Think of modal verbs as magic polite helpers, Paul. They change the mood of a sentence instantly without changing the grammar rule.
Oh, I love calling them magic polite helpers. That makes them sound so friendly and easy to use.
Right? For example, let us talk about making simple suggestions or inviting friends out for the weekend.
That is such a common situation. What is the difference between saying, we go to the park, and using a modal verb?
If you say, we go to the park, it sounds like a rigid schedule. But if you add could, everything changes.
Oh, yeah. When you say, we could go to the park this Saturday, suddenly it sounds like a warm, exciting idea.
Exactly. Using could opens the door for possibilities and invites the other person to share their opinion too.
I use that all the time. Like, we could grab coffee after work, or you could try that Italian restaurant downtown.
Notice how smooth and friendly that feels. It takes away the pressure, so nobody feels forced to say yes.
It really does. And what if we want to talk about something with more excitement, like a strong future possibility?
That brings us to another amazing magic helper, which is the word might. How do you use might on a Friday afternoon, Paul?
Oh man, all the time. If a coworker asks about my evening, I can say, I might go to the movies tonight, but I haven't decided yet.
Yes, saying I might is the most natural way in English to show there is a 50-50 chance something will happen.
Totally. A friend of mine always used to say, maybe I will go, maybe no, which works, but saying I might go is smoother.
See how much more native that sounds? You can also say, it might rain tomorrow, so let us take an umbrella just in case.
For sure. And that phrase, just in case, fits so beautifully with modal verbs when we make our daily plans.
It really does. Now, let us change the energy and talk about giving advice to someone who needs a little help.
Oh yeah, whether a friend is feeling tired, looking for a new job, or planning a trip, how do we give advice without sounding bossy?
The absolute best modal verb for friendly advice is should. It's soft, supportive, and very polite.
I love using should. Instead of telling someone, drink water, you simply say, you should get some rest and drink some water.
Exactly. When you say, you should check out that bakery, it sounds like a wonderful recommendation between two close friends.
That connects right back to yesterday's vocabulary. We can tell our buddies, you should definitely check out that lively coffee shop.
Oh, I love connecting our lessons like that. Using should makes your recommendations feel caring and genuine.
But Emily, what happens if a friend has a serious problem or needs to follow an important rule at work or school?
That is when we need to step up our energy and use the modal verbs must or have to for strong necessity.
Ah, yes. When you say must, it carries a feeling of importance, like a rule or a strong reminder.
Right. For example, if you are catching a train, you do not say, I should go. You say, I must leave now, or I will miss my train.
Totally. Or if you watch an incredible movie, you can tell your sister, you must see this film. It is absolutely amazing.
Notice how saying you must see it shows enthusiasm. It's not a strict command, it just means you recommend it with your whole heart.
That is such a cool native secret. We use must for rules, but we also use it to share things we're excited about.
Exactly. And what about when someone asks you for a favor or permission, like at the office or in a coffee shop?
That is always a moment where people freeze. What is the polite way to ask for help without sounding rude?
You can use can for casual situations or switch to could when you want to sound extra polite and professional.
Yep. With your best friend, you can say, can you pass me the salt? But with a boss or stranger, you say, could you please help me with this report?
That small change from can to could shows instant respect, and it makes the listener feel happy to help you.
It really works like magic. And speaking of helpful things, let's take a quick second to thank our wonderful community listening right now.
Yes, if you are enjoying today's conversation and feeling confident about modal verbs, please remember to like this video and subscribe.
Definitely. And share this episode with your English learning buddies so you can practice inviting each other out using words like could and should.
We would also love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell us, what is one fun thing you might do this coming weekend?
Will you say, I might hang out with friends, or I should catch up on some sleep? Write your sentence in the comments.
We love reading all of your fantastic examples, and it is inspiring to see how much progress you make every week.
It really makes our teacher hearts happy. Now, let us talk about how to respond when someone uses a modal verb with you.
You know, Paul, if a coworker says, could you help me for 5 minutes after lunch, how should you answer smoothly?
You do not need a complicated sentence. You can simply smile and say, I would love to, but I might be in a meeting.
Notice how pairing would love to with might keeps the conversation polite and positive, even if you are busy.
Right. Or if you are free, you can say, I can definitely help you out right after I finish this email.
Exactly. And what if someone invites you to dinner by saying, we should get together for pizza on Friday night?
Oh, pizza is always a yes for me. I would say, that sounds awesome. I will definitely be there.
See how natural that conversation flows? Modal verbs take away the awkwardness and give your English a natural rhythm.
They really do. Before we jump into our vocabulary section today, what is the absolute best way to memorize these modal verbs?
The secret is to learn them in complete pocket phrases, rather than trying to memorize boring grammar tables.
Oh man, I agree completely. Grammar rules can make your head spin, but everyday phrases stay in your memory forever.
Exactly. And that brings us right into one of our absolute favorite parts of the show, pocket words.
Yes, these are 5 essential words and expressions from today's topic that you can put in your pocket and use in any conversation.
Let us start with pocket expression number 1, which is could use.
Could use. In American conversation, when we say we could use something, it's a polite way of saying we really need or want it right now.
Right. So after a long, tiring afternoon at work, I might say, I could really use a cup of coffee right now.
Exactly. And on a hot summer day in the park, I could say, we could use some cold water before we keep walking.
That sounds so much softer than saying, I demand water. Let us move to pocket phrase number 2, which is might as well.
Might as well. We use this fantastic casual phrase when we decide to do something because there's no good reason not to do it.
Yes, if our meeting finished 30 minutes early, I might tell you, we might as well go grab lunch right now since we're free.
Totally. Or if it's raining outside on a Saturday, you can say, we might as well stay home and catch up on our favorite TV shows.
Oh, might as well is such an essential native phrase. Our third pocket expression today is should have.
Should have. This two-word helper is used when we look back at the past and realize a better choice or a small mistake we made.
Yep. For example, if I get soaked in the rain, I can say, I should have brought my umbrella with me this morning.
We have all been there. Or if a delicious restaurant is completely full, I could say, we should have made a reservation yesterday.
That is such a natural, everyday expression. Let us look at pocket word number 4, which is must be.
Must be. While must is used for rules, saying must be is how we make a strong, logical guess when we are almost certain about something.
Exactly. If your coworker has been working for 12 hours straight, you can tell them, you must be so exhausted.
Yes. Or if you see a huge line outside a new bakery downtown, you can say, the croissants there must be absolutely delicious.
I love using must be like that. And our fifth and final pocket phrase for today is would love to.
Would love to. This is the ultimate polite expression for accepting an invitation or showing enthusiasm when a friend suggests a plan.
Right. If someone asks, do you want to get together for brunch on Sunday? You do not just say yes, you say, I would love to.
Exactly. And even if you can't go, saying, I would love to, but I have a dentist appointment, keeps the friendship warm and positive.
Those 5 pocket expressions are going to make your daily English sound so polite, natural, and incredibly expressive.
Try practicing them in your own sentences this week. And now, let's take some basic learner mistakes and fix them in Smooth It Out.
This is where we take simple, stiff sentences that learners often say and give them a quick upgrade so you sound just like a native speaker.
Let's look at our first sentence today. Sometimes a learner wants to give advice to a friend, so they say, you must to go to the doctor today.
We hear that must to mistake so often. In English, modal verbs never use the word to right after them, except for have to.
Instead of saying that, you can smoothly say, you should really go see a doctor today, or you must go to the doctor.
Notice how dropping the word to makes the sentence flow so easily? It sounds smooth, clean, and very caring.
Yes, and using should really adds such a nice, supportive tone between friends.
Let us try another one. What if someone wants to invite a coworker to lunch and says, we can eat burgers tomorrow noon?
That is another classic example of extra words and rigid phrasing. Let us smooth that out into a really warm, American-sounding invitation.
You can say, we could check out that new burger place tomorrow lunch. Or, would you like to grab some burgers tomorrow noon?
Oh, saying we could check out that burger place sounds so casual and friendly. It connects modal verbs with our favorite vocabulary.
Exactly. It sounds like a fun adventure rather than a mandatory business meeting.
Let us do one more common sentence today. Maybe tomorrow I go to the gym, I don't know.
That is a great attempt at expressing possibility, but let's upgrade those words so you sound confident and natural.
You can smoothly say, I might hit the gym tomorrow afternoon. Or, I could go for a workout tomorrow, but let's see.
Ooh, I love I might hit the gym tomorrow. It's short, punchy, and instantly communicates that 50-50 chance with native style.
It really does. These small upgrades take your speaking from basic to fluent, and they make everyday conversations feel so much easier.
Absolutely. And now it is time for the absolute best part of our episode, our practice conversation.
Yes, this is where we put all of today's magic modal verbs and pocket phrases into a real everyday situation so you can hear them in action.
Imagine Paul and I are two friends planning our upcoming weekend together over a cup of coffee on a Thursday afternoon.
Listen closely for those modal verbs like could, should, might, and our pocket phrases. Here we go.
Hey, Paul, the weekend is almost here. Do you have any big plans yet, or is your schedule completely open?
Hey, Emily. My schedule is actually pretty open. I caught up on my chores last week, so I could really use a fun day out.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, the weather forecast says it might be really sunny on Saturday. We should definitely do something outside.
I would love to. We could go for a hike in the state park, or we might as well check out that food festival downtown.
Oh, I heard about that food festival. The tacos there must be amazing. But do we need to buy tickets in advance?
I'm not sure, actually. You might be right. We should probably check the website tonight just in case they sell out.
That is a great idea. If tickets are sold out, we could always just hang out at the lake and grab some ice cream instead.
That sounds like a win-win plan to me. I must finish a quick project on Friday afternoon, but after that, I'm totally free.
Perfect. Let us talk on Friday evening to confirm everything. I'm so excited for our low-key Saturday.
Me too, Emily. It's going to be fantastic.
And that scene. Notice how natural, polite, and flowing that conversation felt from the first greeting to the end.
It felt so smooth. We used modal verbs like could, should, and might to suggest ideas without any stress or awkwardness.
That's all it takes to make future plans like a pro. You don't need complicated rules. You just need these polite helpers.
Exactly. You guys are completely ready to use can, could, should, and might the next time you chat with friends or coworkers.
We're so proud of how hard you're working, and we love seeing your speaking confidence grow with every episode.
Before we go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and practice your modal verbs in the comments below.
And make sure you join us right here tomorrow for another exciting step in our daily English journey.
It's going to be an awesome lesson filled with practical examples, so you definitely don't want to miss it.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
See you next time, guys. Bye.